1 million. Yes, you heard me right. 1 million accounts are now live on the Hedera mainnet network. This is just the start. The Hedera heatwave is in full swing, and we are seeing massive amounts of progression across the network, from key metrics being smashed quarter to quarter. The development across the board is really beginning to ramp up. Thank you all for watching the previous video. Really appreciate the love and support across that. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you are, as there's plenty more content coming out from me, particularly to do with Hedera, as well as the remainder of the crypto ecosystem. So as you just saw, massive news there with 1 million accounts across the Hedera mainnet, which is a very bullish sign of the growth we're seeing across the board. Talking about growth as well, QUANT has just passed 60,000 holders, and here's what the rich list currently looks like. 13,300 addresses hold less than 1 QUANT. So to be in the top 50%, you need to hold just 6 QUANT, with the top 1% being 2,800. Now, the tokenomics of QUANT, as I've mentioned in previous videos, and we've talked at length, has the potential to be a $1,000 token if everything goes as planned for the continued interoperability growth that we're seeing with the likes of obviously QUANT and Chainlink doing very well into the future. They are two very optimal solutions to solve the bridging of layer ones. And obviously QUANT at the moment, with those really fantastic tokenomics behind it, has the potential to see massive amounts of potential in the future. Particularly at the moment, we're around that $100 price point, which is a price I quite like to buy at. Obviously only less than $100 as well is great. You know, looking at a potential 10x from there if it does hit the $1,000 level. So always a good time to buy QUANT personally for me. Of course, you guys need to make sure you're doing your own research. Fantastic article here by HBARX talking about DeFi on Hedera, and in particular STADER Labs' HBARX liquid token. Now, I am looking to schedule another call with the team from STADER. Obviously done several interviews in the past around core events that have happened in the life cycle of the platform, and this is no different. As we wind up the end of July with these accelerated rewards we're currently seeing, we'll be moving into the next phase of that staking platform, and I'll be trying to speak with the team in order to get you guys some inside scoop on what will be happening in the future. Who knows, we may see some changes to the reward profiling beneficially towards us. We may not, but it'd be nice to know nonetheless. So an example of one scenario that's possible with the HBARX liquidity token and a DEX on Hedera. So obviously a lot of the uses of the HBARX token will come when things like SaucerSwap go live. So step one obviously being stake HBAR. You stake your HBAR with STADER Labs. Your HBAR is deposited into a smart contract from your HashPack wallet. Step two is obviously you receive the HBARX token. A lot of you should be familiar with this. Plenty of tutorials on my channel. The HBARX liquidity token will be deposited into your HashPack wallet from the smart contract. Fairly simple. Step three, you would take that HBARX to a Hedera DEX. So you can go to a decentralized exchange on Hedera, such as SaucerSwap Labs, and you can put those HBARX tokens into a liquidity pool with a pair. Obviously, I'll be having or showing you guys how to do this with visual tutorials once SaucerSwap goes live. You can then deposit that HBARX into a liquidity pool and earn rewards. Obviously, SaucerSwap themselves have multiple rewards via crop circles as well for providing liquidity to offset that impermanent loss. Step five is obviously receiving those rewards. And then step six, you may now swap the LP rewards tokens for more HBAR. And obviously that's the full thread there of the sort of 6 to 7 steps that we can see on Hedera. Really nice infographic by HBARX, so thank you for providing that. But lots of utility for the HBARX token. There'll be more utility in the future, as well as plays that still involve the platform, despite the fact that they will be transitioning across to native staking. I am sure they will have their own incentives to keep you in their platform. It's been great so far, and they have been a real asset to the Hedera ecosystem, helping to develop the, you know, really new ecosystem of DeFi here. Jumping into some news then. So UK banking giant has reportedly bought into crypto custody firm Copper's latest raise. So Copper is a crypto custody firm, and they have just raised funding in the latest round. Barclays, one of the biggest banks in the UK, has pledged some capital to that funding round. So this just goes to show that traditional banks here in the financial sector of the United Kingdom are also taking punts on cryptocurrency and the future rewards that will come from this sort of space continuing to develop and continuing to appreciate in market capitalization. We can also see Japanese banking giant SMBC with 2.1 trillion in assets under management, to develop NFT and Web3 based projects. So again, we're seeing a further transition across to NFTs and Web3 based projects. And as I said before, when you think of NFTs, think of tokenization as assets. They are synonymous with one another at this point, and that will be the real utility or utilitarian use case of NFTs in the future, to tokenize real world assets. And that is what these banks and other large players are looking to do with NFTs. Not only that, yesterday on the 24th of July, we can see the coin of the day, according to the social media ranking platform Lunar Crush, was of course Hedera. So the top influencers being Hbar Foundation, Hbar to the Moon, HBARX, and of course Mason. Again, this sort of epitomizes what has been happening with Hedera recently and goes hand in hand with that 1 million accounts surpassed on the mainnet that we've been seeing. There has been a lot of buzz recently around Hedera and its ecosystem growth, particularly to do with DeFi, and a lot of it is coming from the fact that we have incredibly low fees, the high throughput and scalability, but of course the security as well. Not only that, Hbar Foundation has released a fantastic thread talking about several different projects that are happening in the space at the moment that are fueling the Hedera heatwave. So we've also got Galaxy app, the social media marketplace. There's a dedicated video on my channel talking about them, but they are a pioneering Web3 creator economy, empowering creators to directly engage with their fans and remove the extortionate fees charged by current creator platforms. We've of course got HashPack app wallet, one of the core pillars of the rapidly expanding HBAR ecosystem. They took everyone through what they're doing and how to increase accessibility on Hedera in this video link. I'll leave this whole Twitter thread in the description, as there's tons of different videos here for you guys to watch. But obviously HashPack I've been supporting since day dot of me arriving in Hedera, because they have a fantastically strong core dev team and they are looking to implement the features that really count, and they are really, really big on user security. MetaWizard's NFT as well has migrated from Ethereum to create their play to earn game on the Hedera network. You can learn more about their vision and partnerships with the likes of Snoop Dogg, Chief Keef, and Steve Aoki. We've also got STADER Labs, of course, the multi-chain liquid staking platform. Since STADER HBAR launched on Hedera, they've amassed over 660 million HBAR in TVL. We've also got Conscious One Films creating NFT projects and games for social good. Zimbali Networks, the team behind Just Pay Me and Zarlis, take us through the Oro, their group banking application allowing communities to collectively fund and disperse funds anywhere in the world. We've also got Seeki app as well, the multi-chain NFT creation engine and marketplace wrapped into an engaging social ecosystem that streams NFT music. So obviously this enables fans and musicians with extra revenue streams. We've got bringing CRM to Web 3.0 with Sale Finance, which have created an owner relationship management ecosystem with partners including L'Oreal and Procter & Gamble, as well as Hendrix Gin. So some massive partners with that project as well. And lastly, Vavelverse, which I covered recently, which is the gaming metaverse company behind titles such as Imperium Galactic War, which has seen 1 million plus players worldwide. So here are just some of the projects that are going live, and there are tons of others as well with much bigger throughput and wider reaching consequences, like Atma.io and the Coupon Bureau, which should be going live this month. Not only that, we are also seeing more developers transition across from big chains like Solana across to Hedera. So Tokeman here saying, excited to announce that we have selected Hedera as the foundational public ledger for a remarkable project of barter world that would disrupt the global telecom industry with a motive to save as much as possible of $300 billion lost annually. And we see barter world here being the smart, composable crypto economic operating system for the way the world connects. So again, another big use case transitioning. Not only that as well, TYMLEZ is excited to share that it has become the first company in the world to launch a carbon emission tracking project utilizing the Guardian on Hedera's mainnet. So we'll take a look at this in a bit more depth. Obviously, Australia and that APAC region have been really big supporters of cryptocurrency adoption. And obviously, a lot of fantastic projects coming out of this region on Hedera as well. So key to the ongoing success of TYMLEZ is the ability to provide clients with accurate carbon, environmental, social, and governance data verified by one of the world's greenest, scalable, and business-focused distributed ledger technology solutions, of course, Hedera. Less than 12 months ago, TYMLEZ pivoted from being a blockchain service provider to delivering enterprise-grade solutions, leveraging the capabilities of blockchain, focused on delivering world-class sustainability solutions for enterprises in Australia, Europe, and the US. The company has seen strong demand for its solutions from customers in industries such as raw minerals, green hydrogen, oil and gas, who are all looking for solutions to provide verified carbon emissions and offset reporting along with the real-time carbon metrics for operational decision making. So we can see that it has launched this project directly on top of Hedera and is seeking to expand rapidly. TYMLEZ is leading the way in helping define and deploy carbon emission tokens on Hedera. As we scale the ESG and regenerative finance refi communities, TYMLEZ projects pave the path to enable net zero for organizations around the world as we aim to put the balance sheet of our planet on the public ledger. And that came from 𝗧𝗜𝗡𝗥𝗥𝗔𝗟𝗦, who's the Vice President of Sustainability and ESG at the HBAR Foundation. TYMLEZ is proud of its achievements and is excited for what the future holds for our continued relationship with the HBAR Foundation, Hedera, and all ESG ecosystem participants. So again, this is a massive move in that green sustainability piece that we have been talking about almost being an elephant in the room, and one of the reasons Hedera will do very well over the coming months and years. Staying on the same theme of ESG carbon credits and the like, ENERGYTRADE token, still we've not seen many developments with this project just yet. Obviously, this kind of went live a few months ago now, it seems, where they were airdropping some tokens. They apparently now have got a push for FAUCET application, which you can sign up to. You pop in your sort of wallet address, and I believe if you've got the ETT token associated, they will be airdropping tokens very similarly to how the FAUCET on SourceSwap works, or maybe even Dovu staking, where tokens just get airdropped without you having to do anything. So this is something that we've seen other projects do, and it looks like ETT are aiming to do something similar. As I said, no updates on what the project is really doing at the moment. The website that they have is still bare bones at best, and looks like they are still developing something. So I'll keep people updated on that one if we see any more. However, the opportunity is there currently. News just in as well, Chipotle has just launched a $200,000 Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, and AVAX buy the dip giveaway. So buy the dip, eat the dip, and potentially win, not a dip, win some cryptocurrency. So again, we're seeing more of these retail players. I literally mean that in the sense like retailers moving into the space, consumer discretionary brands doing giveaways in Bitcoin, particularly as cryptocurrencies continue to gain speed and notoriety across the globe. Not only that, Voyager Digital has responded to a joint offer from Alameda and FTX, calling it a lowball bid. So obviously Voyager Digital has gone into insolvency, and Voyager lawyers have been clashing with Bankman-Fried over a lowball buyout offer, or that's what they've said. So FTX and Alameda Finance have come together to put together a package to effectively buy up Voyager, and Voyager have slammed them for the offer. However, the FTX CEO has rebutted this, saying the offer would actually give Voyager customers back 100% of the remaining assets that Voyager has. Part of the argument Voyager had was that it wouldn't make all their customers whole. The FTX CEO is saying that it will. So this sounds like a very sort of messy situation and sort of something underhand clearly happening here. If you've got one CEO saying the offer is fair and it will make all customers whole, and then the company that's currently insolvent is telling him that it won't. So more pain potentially in the works for Voyager customers. And we've obviously got to make sure that other exchanges that you're on, you need to be very careful about how much crypto you're holding, because the safety of those exchanges cannot be guaranteed. Don't forget, we've seen recent things about KuCoin, potentially rumors. Coinbase had rumors because they've been firing an awful lot of their workforce. Binance, as ever, still seems to be very secure and still hiring and expanding. And of course, the same goes for FTX. However, this could all change at a drop of a hat if the current climate continues in the way we've seen for the first 6 months of this year. The saying still stands, not your keys, not your crypto, something to definitely live by. Mentioned HashPack at the start of the video. So did someone say HashPack on Android, hashtag coming soon? So we can see the HashPack app is currently in user testing over on Android. So hopefully in the future, if everything goes smoothly, we will actually be seeing an Android app released for the HashPack wallet to natively run on Android devices in the future, which is something that I think a lot of people are looking forward to. And this will be a very needed addition to help drive that adoption even further. At the moment, obviously, you can use HashPack inside a mobile web browser, but the experience is, of course, not as seamless as a native application would be. I believe as well in their roadmap, as we've seen previously, after they finish integration and perfection of this Android app, they will then look to performing or creating an iOS app for those Apple users, and then help to bring together the complete ecosystem from a fully fledged web app to 2 different mobile iOS apps, which is brilliant to see nonetheless. Anyway, guys, slightly shorter video than usual. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment. Plenty more videos coming out from me soon. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, as there'll be some announcements in the future. Anyway, until the next one, I'll catch you then. Cheers.